Wow. Morocco's underdog glory, story continues. Like underdog story continues. It's absolutely incredible that they have reached this far. Morocco beats Portugal in the in the quarterfinals, and advanced to the semifinal. It's absolutely crazy. They beat them with 1-0. It's unreal. It's really just wow what this has really brought forward. Nobody expected a team like Morocco to really be able to do this, and they have definitely showed up, and they have now eliminated two big nations from the knockout stages in Spain and Portugal. It's absolutely crazy. Oh, sorry, but it's just I can't understand it. It's really crazy. It's really weird. Like how this World Cup has had so many surprises, so many shock results, but we haven't seen something like this in a long time. Last World Cup had a couple of small shock results, but it wasn't anything too majorly crazy. Croatia was somewhat the underdog team going through in that. I guess back then you can kind of see him as that going through to the final. This time they could possibly do it again, but this time it's more Morocco really winning their group first off, and then in that group also beating Belgium, beating Canada, and drawing against Croatia 0-0, and then getting to the win with the group, and then going through and eliminating both Spain in the round of 16, and then now tonight Portugal in the quarterfinals. Absolutely insane. They took Spain to extra time and penalties, and then this time they just finished Portugal in regular time. It's really it's massive props to them really for this. They have so much to be proud of. Even if they don't make it to the final, they should be massively proud of themselves for getting to the final four. Nobody could have ever expected them to do that. They were the big underdogs in this, and just their story is absolutely insane, and it's gonna be talked about a long time because they have had a really incredible tournament. Commiserations to Portugal. Their dream ends here. Their journey ends here. It's just they underestimated Morocco, and they played a game that wasn't the best way to do. How you do it against a team like Morocco? But crossing too many balls in, trying to get in that way. Their gameplay wasn't really the best way. Like the tactics weren't put up right, and I don't know what you can really say other than it's just it's they kind of have themselves to blame for it. They could have they have world-class players, but they didn't utilize, the coach really didn't utilize it with the tactics barely at all. It just wasn't enough. It wasn't good. Throughout the whole thing, it wasn't good. And Morocco looked, yes, they did create some chances, and they got close, but they didn't keep going and pushing enough to break through Morocco. Even though Morocco and then also got one of their main center backs injured and have to play with only one original center back, which was I believe it was Ziyech. It's really crazy that a team like Portugal couldn't really find that way to break through. Even them with Rafael Leao coming in later on, they got a little bit closer, but it still wasn't enough. The tactics up front weren't there. They weren't right. So Portugal just had they shot themselves in the foot. They couldn't really find that right way to score, and that's when you get punished. That's when you get that's when you lose. Morocco did it the right way. They got their goal, and they strongly defended throughout the rest of the game. They got their goal in the just before few minutes before halftime in the 42nd minute. I can't remember the name of the guy who scored, but I'll talk about it more later in the full review of the quarterfinals. But they got their goal there, and then they went on to just defend most of the rest of the game. They got a few more chances going on counters and stuff like that, but mostly they were set on defending, and I think that worked well for them, even though their defense wasn't their absolute best that they could have. And even then, also later on towards the end, one of their players that was subbed in as well. He got a red card, so that was even more disappointing for the final minutes. But it was way too late for Portugal. They couldn't really bring it all together. Ronaldo came in the second half. He didn't start, but he came in. He had one decent chance, I believe. He had a good chance, but Bonos, I believe, saved it, I think. And then we have Pepe's chance as well with a header towards the end as well, very close. But other than that, in the second half, they didn't look too strong. They didn't look too sharp. And that's why, Ronaldo's World Cup dreams come to an end and are gone. This was his final, I believe, that looked like his final World Cup game. I still know I'm more of a Messi fan, but overall, if you see it as a neutral, it is somewhat sad in a way to see someone that has been such a main face of this sport that it goes this way for him, and it's like it's the final time we see him here. A final time we can feel that rivalry in a big tournament, international tournament like this between him and Messi. It is a sad thing to see. It's an era coming to an end, pretty much, and yeah, it's really just it's bittersweet. Can you say maybe? But especially for people that are as well in the Portugal hands, like mostly. There was high hopes for them as well, just like we for this tournament. But it just didn't go the same way. They didn't find it through the same way as Argentina has been doing. They didn't find that right spirit, and they had some great talent there, and they've been doing their absolute best to get through and do as much as they can, really, to get as far as they can. But it wasn't enough more than just to the quarterfinals. So it you can really see it's hard to really see it like this, but that's where it ends for Portugal. And even though they haven't had an okay group stage as well, they got through versus South Korea very well, but then I think no, it's not South Korea. Sorry, that's Brazil. I mean, against Switzerland, they got through against Switzerland pretty well with a big result of 6-1. But that's more once again more of Switzerland not showing up than they doing that. So it was always a question of if Portugal were enough with the mentally they're enough, if the tactics were enough. But yeah, this showed that they weren't, at least not in the front. Their defense had been overall okay, but they were caught up by Morocco, and Morocco did the best they could. And Morocco did what they needed to do, and it's just massive props to them. Congratulations for them to getting to the semifinals. This is historic, like both literally. They're the first African team in history to reach the semifinals in a World Cup. It's absolutely insane. And who would have thought that? Like a team like Morocco. Someone would have thought that would happen by some team like like Ghana or Egypt or South Africa or even Nigeria or something like that. But no, it was Morocco, and they have conquered both Portugal and Spain, and that's massive props. And heck, you can even put in they have conquered Belgium too, and got strongly past Croatia in the group stage as well. They haven't lost. They have not lost one single game, and they have only conceded one goal. One single goal they have conceded. And that is very much surprising and just an unreal thing. They only conceded to Canada, and that goal was even just by the end as well. It was like it was just wasn't anything too special overall. So it just they have been very much strong in both defense, in midfield, and attack. Now we will have to wait and see what happens after this, and how this is gonna turn out for them in the semifinals, because now they have a couple of they have a red card, of course, and they have a couple injuries maybe on the center back. Hopefully, maybe he will be okay to play in the semifinal, but it will be a tough task, either against England or France, which starts in a moment now. We'll see. But everybody thought this is gonna be tough. Everybody thought Spain's gonna be tough, but they found a way, heck, even the group stages. So I'm pretty sure if they are rightfully enough fit, and still do the same as they have done in these two games, and still have that same mentality, I think they can shock the world again, and they can go to the final if they have that. But it's gonna take a lot. It's gonna take a lot. We can't take out anything in beforehand. Anything can happen in this World Cup. There's a lot that comes into play. But even if they don't, they should be proud of themselves for getting this far. It's just a monumental thing to even get to this point. To now at least have a chance to get one medal. Either third place, second, or they have a chance for either third, second, or first place in this tournament. Yeah, first place is gonna be a little bit. That's a high step for someone like them, and that is debatable still if that is even remotely possible yet. But if they're still in that position right now, that win the final four, that they can at least see themselves have a chance to go at it, to be in the top 3 in the world, which will be absolutely incredible. Heck, even top 4 in the world is just wow. That nobody expected them to do that. Like, for a nation like Morocco to get that far, get past so many big other nations that had such high expectations on them, like Belgium, like Spain, like Portugal, and so on. That is just a feat in itself. That is a massive win in itself, just doing that. So yeah, it's crazy what this World Cup has brought up, and what it has done, and what it has shown. It started a little bit slow, but now during the knockout stages, it has gone on super high gear, 100%, with the quarterfinals last night, and also today. There's still one more to be played. Let's see what this one brings as well. Anything can happen in that. That's gonna be very interesting. But we're getting there. We're getting closer now to the end, and it's been even more and more. It's absolutely nuts. It really is. These past few weeks have been crazy. They've been absolutely crazy. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Just a quick summary of this match afterwards. Congratulations to Morocco. Commiserations to Portugal and Ronaldo, in a sense. So, yeah. Also, sorry to speak. If you know who that guy is, he was definitely heartbroken about it. You can see if you saw his live, he was definitely heartbroken up about. I feel for the guy. It's tough. I think I'm pretty sure many Portugal fans are feeling the same way as he did after this. This is not what they wanted. Wanted to feel this heartbreak. I can understand it, definitely. I was close to feeling that last night with Messi almost going out. So, and also I felt that in the past with Barcelona, and with my nations as well. They're not in this World Cup, but with Bosnia and Sweden and all that. It's crazy. It's like this. That's what this sport does. That's what this sport. This brings out the emotion, and whether that's sad emotion or happy emotions, it's either way. It's absolutely crazy what this sport can do to us and for us and with us. Yeah. But that's gonna do it. Hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, leave a like down below, and also subscribe if you've not done that already. and also ring the notification bell to get notified next time I upload videos like this. There's still plenty to go in this World Cup. Keep an eye out for the video tomorrow, where I'll be going through the quarterfinals in full, talking about each game and what happened, and each nations that are true's chances in the semifinals. And yeah, and also going forward with I'll talk about the final and the semifinals, the final, and the match for third place as well, and then going back into club football after that, and the January transfer window, and so on and more. But yeah, other than that, thank you guys for watching, and I catch you guys next time. Bye. Visca Barca.